Hard to believe it was 6 months ago when a brand new era of sprint car racing in Sydney began, when on opening night of season 2014-2015, some 54 cars gathered to fight out A-Main number 750. It was also an event that was special for Stephen Green, honouring his mate and former employer, the late Brian Healy, the man who pioneered 410 cubic inch motors in Australia.
Green lights are on for a brand new season. Wow, that was close.
In the ultimate karting, number 38, how about putting your hands together for Maximilian Johnson goes quick time tonight. Opening heat of the season here at Valvoline Raceway. Here we go.
Fire the 51 car. Just have a look at that. Main event time, sprint cars, Valvoline Raceway. Bill Bowen is your leader. Look at Bill. Oh, far he spins. Robbie Farr spins. And upside down goes Trevor Green.
Oh, another car big on the fence on the outside.
4 or 5 cars upside down. And we are red.
The 30-lap A-Main remarkably went non-stop, with Victorian Jamie Veal leading home the Bowen brothers, Roddy and Toby, in second and third respectively, in what was an ominous sign for the rest of the country.
What a race for Jamie Veal. He'll get the win in the Brian Healy Cup.
Jamie Veal was about to have his greatest ever season. Matt Dumsney gained a whopping 16 positions in the A.
How about it for Jamie Veal? Whoa! All out of shape on the back wheels. Great shots, but probably not what Daniel wanted, Stewie.
He's got a broken front end on that race car.
Brake caliper. So I wonder who's lost those. Oh! Whoa! Oh! Catch it! Oh, they all got through! Oh, Nash! Look out, look out, look out!
Night 2 saw the real deal again score pay dirt in the A-Main, leading every one of the 30 laps, and along the way, equaling Max Dumsney's record of back-to-back victories for a Victorian. But remarkably, it was an interstate shutout, with Northern Territorians Ben Atkinson and Danny Reedy running second and third. It was the first time since January 2014 that a New South Wales driver had not been in the top 4, and the first time ever that 3 non-New South Wales drivers had been on the podium during a weekly show. 29 different drivers had made the A-Mains in the first 2 features of the season. October 25, and it was again Jamie Veal who came alive, creating history as the first Victorian to ever win a hat-trick of feature race successes in the black and yellow SWI Maxim. Robbie Farr scored his 97th career podium finish at Parramatta by placing third, but it was Darryl Campbell who impressed everyone in the 28 entry to claim a fine runner-up spot. By this point, there'd only been 3 drivers to lead A-Mains, those being Jamie Veal, Toby Bowen and Max Dumsney. recently created Parramatta posse copping a bit of a spray thanks to Jamie Veal's earlier dominance, it was time for Northmead third-generation wheeler Sammy Walsh to smash one home for the locals on November 8. Sammy won the prestigious sin-hopping shootout, his second career main event win, with the grand old man of Valvoline Raceway himself proudly and modestly accepting the honour of Grand Marshal. South Aussie evergreen Trevor Green scored his first podium of the season, with second over the vastly improved Danny Reedy in third. Earlier in the night, the pole shootout made its debut for the season, and it remained in place for the remainder as the crowd appeal grew every week.
Side by side into turn 3. Toby on the top side, Trevor on the bottom. Toby Balboa will start on pole. That is what you call a great pole shuffle race.
What a start! No, Lockie! Cars going everywhere. Oh! Huge hit.
Through the middle part of 3 and 4.
Oh, no!
Toby Balboa, big time.
Huge crash for Toby. Huge, huge ride.
Fire on the outside of that car. Oh, red light, Toby Balboa and Peter Gordon down here into turn 1. Oh, Thompson, no! Look, Jeffrey got the car spun.
Just when the posse had gotten a grip on a winner's trophy, those pesky Victorians bobbed up again and scored the main event win on November 22. It wasn't Jamie Veal this time, but Aussie champ David Murcott in the Horrell Motorsports Maxim, who stormed off to his first ever Sydney win. Troy Little drove the Steve Lynch number 98 into second place ahead of the always rapid Ben Atkinson home in third. A season high to that point, 59 cars were in the pits, with qualifying being brutal. 53 cars were separated by less than a second in network industry time trials. One of the most anticipated events of the season, the combination of sprint cars and the Speed Car Pro Series, was rained out on December 6, robbing racers and fans of something that would have been truly memorable, with the best open wheel racers in the country in attendance. Boxing Day was the first event of the international season, and it brought together a crack field of 3 Americans. Legendary wild child Jack Horner's child in the Indy Race Part 71, Brad Sweet in the Rouge Brothers 99, and TK Tim Kading in the Sean and Felicity Dyson 99. Throw in the return of Knoxville Raceway track champion Ian Madsen in career best form, and the 35th Australian Sprint Car Grand Prix was mouthwatering to say the least. Jordan Brazier crashed out big time in qualifying, but it was the big cat Brad Sweet who emerged with a $10,000 winner's purse and his first ever victory in Sydney over Max Dumsney in second, and again Ben Atkinson home in third. Sweet's victory was the 135th by an American driver at the iconic Parramatta Clayway, and it broke the 17-winner-piece stranglehold between Aussie and USA drivers in the event.
Guys out on the racetrack, they're still running the car.
One night later, we were all back, and Brad Sweet smashed another 10 large into the Rouge Brothers bank account with another powerhouse victory over the rapidly finishing Ian Madsen in the D&B Goodyear Maxim. Madsen came from 18th to an astonishing second place, with Grant Anderson nudging Ben Atkinson off the podium to claim third in the last 100 metres. December 30 was sweet again, but this time for Max Dumsney. The Valvoline living legend put in a blinder of a drive in the New South Wales title after putting on a clinic with fellow legend Jack Hordinsjob, who was running Steve Court's borrowed KRE. Hord finished second, with defending champ Trevor Green bobbing up for third, in a result that had to make Mouse Green smile, given his personal connection with each driver on the podium. The win was Max Dumsney's 130th career podium placing at Valvoline Raceway. He'll be good one day, right? It was also the first time since 2008 that no New South Wales drivers were on the podium for the New South Wales title.
Oh, did he see? Straight over Craig Brady's front end.
January 1, 2015, and it was time for Ian Madsen to capitalise on the blistering speed he and crew chief Dave Sharman had been earlier showing. The unique 50-lap race, complete with compulsory pit stop and fireworks display, saw James Thompson lead the first 20 laps. But it was the remaining 30 that left everyone gasping. The race will go down as one of the best ever, with Madsen, Thompson, Sam Walsh and Brad Sweet all battling it out for the last few laps.
Madsen goes off the racetrack. He comes straight through the middle. Watch James Thompson off the bottom. He gets the drive out of 4. Madsen takes back over the race lead. No, he doesn't. Goes off the racetrack. We have 2 to go.
Thompson back on the bottom now, side by side with Madsen. Ian set to stay up there. Thompson down on the bottom. 1 lap to go. Ian Madsen opens up a bit more ground. Is that what he needs? Thompson to the low side. Walsh still in third. And Ian Madsen will come back to win the Firecracker 50-lapper. What a race. That was a nail-biter.
James Thompson and Sam Walsh, seemingly joined at the hip all season, finished second and third respectively. On January 3, the Big Cat added another $10,000 to the Roos brothers with a polished victory over Kerry Madsen and a cameo performance from Jamie Veal in between World Series appearances to fill out the podium for the very popular Peter Murphy Appreciation Night. Murphy was superb during his whole time with us, reaffirming his friendships with so many people and building new fans who respected his down-to-earth humility and his excellent commentary skills. The madman, Kerry Madsen, locked in his 65th career podium finish at Valvoline Raceway, but nobody could catch the little American Ginger Ninja as he won by over half a lap. Jack Hordinsjob was also impressive, gaining 13 positions, whilst Pennsylvanian Danny Holgraver became the 100th American to race at this venue.
What's going on inside TK's helmet? Red flag, Jack Lee.
January 5 on a Monday night, and by this time it seemed that Speedway runs rings around every night. Ian Madsen stormed to his second win in 6 nights and ringing up some sizable coin for car owner Goodyear in the process. The track was slick and the cushion brutal in conditions that tested man, woman and machine. Ben Atkinson found out firsthand just how tough the cushion was when he tripped it whilst running 4th and eventually came home in 16th. James Thompson won the pole shootout, but Ian Madsen had impressed many with his 8th to 3rd effort to secure a second row start in the A main. Brad Sweet trailed Ian home in 2nd, with Jamie Veal again right up there in 3rd.
Evans upside down. Dylan Jenkins back. Oh, Clark, what a wheel stand! Oh, contact in turn 4.
January 16 and 17, and it was the biggest ever running of the Scotty. 74 cars, the biggest field at VR in 9 years, fronted to run for the D19. The Friday night was the night that Kerry Madsen practiced his alphabet, storming through from the C main, the B main, and then the $19,000 win in the A from the 11th row of the grid in a drive for the ages. It was the Madman's 27th career victory at VR, though respect also for Sammy Walsh, who blazed from 22nd to 4th. Brad Sweet placed 2nd, seemingly a week behind, with James Thompson, who led early, finishing 3rd. Night 2 promised even more, with the lure of a possible $57,000 weekend for the Kenrick Racing number 29.
We see Skipper way above the cushion. Really struggled last night. This late marble is not helping. Scorchy keeps it going.
And wheel stand until he spins.
They're everywhere.
Marty Perovich, he's trying to make that transfer. Scorchy spins in turn 4. We're going to go yellow once again. And Matt Dumsney all going at it back in the pack, trying to get their way through the field. Alex Orr off the racetrack, hard into the tyres.
James McFadden through the middle on Greedy. Oh, Brad Tunks. Oh, Attard.
It wasn't to be for Kerry on the final night, however. Marty Perovich produced a trophy for qualifying that was a work of art to tribute his mate, and Roddy Balboan produced a truly stunning tribute concept car that brought tears to everyone's eyes. 73 cars fronted for night 2, and it started very, very badly for Ian Madsen, riding Jason Sides right rear in his heat and destroying the car.
An enormous crash.
Now I can see him moving around in the cockpit, undoing the belts.
Oh, that was
Press crew.
scary.
That was very big.
Jackson Delamont showed just how good he's becoming by leading the 40-lap main for many laps before the cagey defending champion Trevor Green snuck by and refused to give in despite the best attempts of Jamie Veal in the last 2 laps.
Veal's going to still try and rail around to Sammy Walsh. What do we got to go? 2 laps to go for Trevor Green.
Whoa!
Outside into turn 1 and 2. Trevor's going to know that that's Jamie Veal. He'll know the fluoro colours. Now Trevor stays to the bottom into 3 and 4.
Here comes Jackson.
Veal, I reckon the rubber's really gone down now because look, Sammy Walsh the same speed as Trevor Green. 1 to go into turn 1 and 2. Veal on the top, Trevor Green on the bottom. Down the back straight, Trevor Green. Can he go back to back?
Jackson Delamont.
Veal on the top side, Trevor on the bottom. Trevor Green is going to go back to back. Here at Valvoline Raceway, Jamie Beale home in second spot, and third to Jackson Delamont.
Matt Graff was outstanding too, recording a brilliant top 10. Trevor Green used the new bling colour scheme well to become the only other repeat winner of Scottish race, along with Donny Schatz.
Oh, three of them. And we go yellow here. Sebastian goes again. The outside of Magic, Matt Duffy upside down.
The boys took a week off from Sydney and many headed to the Classic for Australia Day weekend. But the weekend after, the posse were back on January 31, where Danny Reedy slammed home his first main event win at Valvoline Raceway, much to the delight of proud mum Angie. It was a reason to celebrate on many levels for the Northern Territorians, with a record 7 of them competing over the season, including Reedy, Atkinson, McFadden, Gebbett, the Goldoni boys and Britton. Reedy's win made him only the second Territorian to win behind Ben Atkinson, though he had to work for it, with the always rapid at the end Sammy Walsh nearly reigning on the parade. Sammy was second, with his constant companion James Thompson third.
Fourth round.
Oh, turn one.
Oh, how did Thomas get away with that?
February's fantastic was the catch cry from the Speedway, and that it was for Ben Atkinson, as the number 2 Pick and Payless car finally sped home with the win over the ever-consistent track championship leader James Thompson, and you guessed it, Siamese twin Sam Walsh third. Thompson almost had his first main event win in the bag before Benny nailed him on the final corner to record his 9th victory at VR. The points lead in the track championship was whittling down rapidly. The boys and girls had a week off, but returned on February 21, where Sammy Walsh racked up his second win of the season to lead home Toby Balboan and Ben Atkinson in the 765th main event ever held at Valvoline Raceway. Atkinson and Balboan had a colourful discussion about their fortunes after the race, but Benny also closed the championship points chase down to just 47 points as well. Matt Dumsney powered the Kevin Waters towing entry forward 9 positions to leave his mark.
Oh no, oh, upside down middle. Coming after Reedy. Oh, the 70's quick tonight.
Oh, made
He got
contact.
it too.
Oh, contact. Max Johnson. Oh, Matty Dumsney.
March was promoted as the month of money, and it immediately attracted the attention of back-to-back Aussie champ David Murcott and ECP Racing's Robbie Farr for the entire 4-week program. The first of 4 legends of our sport were recognised, with the great Dick Britton, the Grand Marshal. With the prize money ramped up to $5,000 to win, Benny Atkinson picked a great way to start, with victory in the 30-lap affair over the always rapid Grant Anderson in second and the consistently surprising Jackson Delamont third. Sam Walsh slammed from the 9th row of the grid to an eventual 4th, whilst earlier in the night, the energy between Toby Belbowen and Ben Atkinson ignited once more in the dramatic pole shootout.
Whoa, no! Oh, huge crash!
Respective crews did a great job to thrash and get both cars back out for the main events. And again, James Thompson's point lead was reduced, this time to just 25 points.
Goes to the lead. That gives away. Oh, trouble for Trevor Green, up in smoke and flames in 3 and 4.
Round 2 of the month of money saw a new player in the pits in the form of dual Aussie champ and World Series hero James McFadden, and the visitors completely dominated the placings, with J-Mac winning a thriller over Victorian David Murcott, Territorian Atkinson third, and Queensland-based Territorian Danny Reedy rounding out the top 4. Our second legend, Bob Tunks, was honoured on this night, and son Grant took him for a lap or 2 in the 2-seater. It was McFadden's first ever Sydney win, with Sydney sider Mock Gleeson, that was originally from Victoria, turning the spanners on the 25. Toby Belbowen was again rapid, posting his 4th quick time of the season and leading the main event until heartbreak in the form of a flat tyre set in, ruling him out. He'd been in a similar situation a few times earlier in the season. James Thompson was sweating bullets as Atco closed the gap to just 21 points with only 2 rounds remaining.
Oh, wheel stand by J-Mac the whole way down the back straight.
March 21 was a night to remember for the smiling assassin from Young. Jackson Delamont had been showing all season that he was not to be underestimated, and tonight he stepped it up another notch with a dominating main event win over evergreen Trevor Green and the always quick Sammy Walsh. The great Jim Winterbottom was honoured on this night as our legend. No less than 5 lap leaders registered on the night, with Murcott, Reedy, Green, Belbowen and eventually Jackson. For the first time in what seemed ages, James Thompson pulled a few points on Benny and eased out to a slender 27-point lead as the grand final round loomed. The always cheeky Bob the Streak Blacklaw, named as the Grand Marshal, and all of the former track champions honoured or represented, the grand final night was memorable for many reasons. Ben Atkinson and Sam Walsh unveiled exciting new sponsorships for next season with Rocket and Aeroflow, but the biggest excitement was reserved for James Thompson, who held on to win his first ever track championship in a fitting result for this hard-working family team. James McFadden was superb in his second main event win of the month, and his career as well, over the once-again bridesmaid Toby Balboa in second and Robbie Farr home in third. McFadden's win was the 5th Northern Territory victory for the season at VR, whilst David Murcott's March consistency saw the Horror Motorsport National Champ pocket 5 large for winning the point score. It was a fitting end to an absolutely amazing season. 131 different drivers competed. Ben Atkinson had the best A-main finishing average with 7.26, followed by James Thompson, 7.26, and Max Dumsney, 8.35. James Thompson led most of the A-main laps this season with 87, followed by Jamie Veal with 85 and Brad Sweet, 83. 664 A-main laps were completed with 52 lead changes. All up, 19 different drivers led one or more laps. Toby Balboa had the most quick times with 4. The average car count was 53.7 cars. Grant Tunks and Sam Walsh won most of the heat races with 6 each. Max Dumsney gained the most positions in the A-mains this season with 73 places gained. Brad Sweet is next on 55 and Jackson Delamont on 51. 113 drivers can now call themselves A-main winners at PCR/Valvoline Raceway. 769 main events have been run. 198 different drivers have scored podium finishes. Memorable? You bloody better believe it. Will it be bigger next year? You better count on that too. Valvoline Raceway salutes you, the teams, the Sprint Car Association of New South Wales, the drivers, the sponsors and the push cars for all their hard work and effort this season just passed. We're all in this together. The future looks very bright indeed. Hold on tight, boys and girls. Hold on tight.